Why buy a newspaper when you can rent one? Well, this is the option many Ethiopian readers are now choosing. Ethiopians hungry for news have found a cost-effective way to read newspapers. They simply rent them. For 1 birr or 6 US cents, avid readers in Addis Ababa can browse a rented paper or magazine for about an hour. This beats the cost of buying a paper for 5 to 8 birr or 30 to 50 US cents. Newspaper vendors like Daniel Tesfaye say they're making higher profits this way too. They buy papers from printers at a subsidized fee, rent and then sell the same paper at a lower price.
I rent most of my newspaper, but I also sell some of them. However, I prefer rent them instead. I can rent a single paper to 3, 4, 5 or more people as long as there is a demand. After renting the paper to many people, it is still profitable to sell for less value than its original price at any time.
University students started the renting trend. They could not afford to buy the papers regularly, so they would browse the headlines and give the vendors a tip. Haymot Asmawat says he can now afford to read more papers.
This benefits not only the readers, it also benefits the newspaper vendors. They can rent a single paper to different people and earn a better income to support themselves and their families.
Even professionals who can afford to buy newspapers are now renting them. Masai Addis, a laboratory technician, says renting enables him to read a wider variety of papers.
I look at the situation in a positive way. You'll get the chance to read a newspaper you like by paying just 50 cents. Otherwise, if I was going to buy every newspaper that I wanted to read, I would be expected to pay from 3 to 5 birr for each newspaper. Therefore, instead of buying every paper, you'll get the chance to read as many papers as you like for 1 or 2 birr.
Limited circulation and variety of newspapers has also contributed to renting. Some attribute the shortage to the government's tight grip on the media. Press freedom groups like Reporters Without Borders raised concern in the run-up to the 2010 elections that independent journalists and media critical of Prime Minister Meles Zenawi were harassed and intimidated. But this new trend is forcing newsmakers to rethink their business strategies. Chief Editor Melaku Demise of the Amharic bi-weekly issue Reporter says they plan to start publishing online to lower printing costs and maximize advertising revenue.
As much as possible, we are planning to go online instead of depending on paper because the new generation is becoming more digital. Therefore, paper-based news and its related problem will soon become history.
Going digital in Ethiopia, which has one of the lowest levels of internet access, is likely to isolate readers, especially those in rural areas. There, internet connections are slow, mainly because the telecommunications sector is closed to private investors and the government is the sole internet provider. For now, though, vendors and readers have found their relationship to be mutually beneficial.